Another day. Cold, damp, lighter down. Oh, you gotta put safety jacks underneath, obviously, but you have to spread the load by using some angle iron. Otherwise the frame will collapse. You got some thicker 1/4" stuff here, but I just cut these down. I'm gonna make some little adapters that fit on top of these made in China jack stands. What am I doing underneath here? Taking the starter out. I don't like the way it cranks. Too slow. Too slow. Got the battery all charged up. Shush! Trying to make a video. Unplug the glow plugs momentarily. And you'll hear how this sucker cranks power windows. Don't know why it drains the battery. One day I'll take the time and I'll unplug each fuse one at a time and see where my draw is. If the blazer doesn't do it, leave the door open so I can reach around, and you'll hear it crank slowly at first, and it speeds up. It does it pretty fast, but not as fast as the K5. Ready? That sounded pretty freaking pathetic. The battery was on charge, both batteries, and they're 2 new Wally World specials. Oh no, wait a minute. No, that's not a Wally World. Anyways, we'll show you how the K5 starts in a minute. Blazer. Huh. Rusting. Anyways, we'll see how this baby cranks. See what I mean? Compared to the Suburban. I'm going to pull that starter. I don't like it. Glow plugs. Plug them back in, but you know the routine with this sucker. It can only work when you tinker with them and the windshield wipers have to go across the windshield. Oh, just clears. I'm just doing a test crank. No glow plugs, figures. Enough to shake the acorns off the cylinder head like on my Packard that I sold. And just to refresh your memory, that's a rebuilt starter that I took apart and tightened all the screws. Not much to it, but Texas. So this one again, I just had the battery on charge. Well, maybe they lost a little juice. Anyhow, I'm going to pull the starter. China. And we'll get this baby cranking up at full speed if I can get my little frozen fingers in there. It's bloody damp today. Be back in a moment. Well, here it is. I didn't show you taking it out, but I had the axle up so I can get underneath it. Then I dropped the front axle. Oh, what a chore. One day I'll get a hoist. But in the meantime, whoa, this baby is heavy. Police emergency. Whee! Oh, God. Either I'm getting older or these are getting heavier. Whoa! Don't lose it. Nice uncluttered workbench. No shim. Not very old. The drive is nice and tight. Shims are tight. I mean the bushings rather. Anyways, we'll pull it apart and we'll see why it was cranking so slow. Got the blues. Got the blues. I love this. All in the family. Yeah, Suburban twins. Almost twins. Take a little walk up the stairs here. Almost twins. One's a GMC, one's a Chevrolet. And a K5 Jimmy. My other Blazer are the neighbors. S10 Blazer. Rusted. Anyhow, we got work to do. Sun's going down. Barely came up. Supposed to be brilliantly sunny today. I don't know. The clouds have just cleared up. So, we'll take apart that starter, bring our tools inside, and one day we'll get a hoist. Quad front shock option. See, we'll just gouge the sticker. Remanufactured. Power Supreme. Let's see what we got inside here. Not sure how old the starter is or how many miles are on it because I bought the truck 2 years ago, but I don't use it much. Everything is oily. Rust-proofed. Whoop. Screwdriver. This is the same as any GM starter, whether it's a diesel or a gas. Got a bushing in the end. That bushing doesn't wear much. It's the bushing in the front that wears, but we're not going to have a bushing problem here. What we're going to have is a loose screw problem. Yep. Pretty new starter. Set the camera here for a sec. Reposition this little lump. It's heavy. How's that view? Oh yeah. Yeah, rebuilt starter. Looks nice. Why was it? Sniff it. Turning so slowly. I could open this up also, the solenoid. Anyhow. Got a little baby screwdriver here. I'll get a real man's screwdriver. American ladder. Interesting music, huh? Cuba! Cuba! Cuban music. There we go. I'll be putting a motor in this T-Rock maybe this week. Sell it. Took one of these apart recently and all the screws were loose. I think it was the one in the Blazer. Yeah. Nothing seems too bad inside here, but something was causing it to crank slowly. Well, figure it out. Well, figure it out. That screw wasn't very tight. That could be it. Oh yeah, smelly underarms.
is coming up shortly, so stay tuned for that. As always, Nora for helping out. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're traveling.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And if you're driving home next
Nice
Sunday,
and tight.
turn this on at 1 o'clock. Have a great week.
Sometimes the armature rubs on the field coils. It still works, but well, sure looks pretty in here. Not sure why we didn't get much cranking speed. I'll keep poking around. So I got it in parts.
Hey, I'm in the Darwinian school.
Darwin? Evolution? What's that?
Very, very long time for us to
I'm going to change this bushing down here because I got some play.
And for we in the Darwinian school, how do we know?
And that lower bushing. It's not too bad, but I'll put a new bushing in. They're cheap.
Biologists since Darwin
We've got
have been collecting hard physical evidence of how one species evolved to the next and the next over eons. And people are still digging up
box of them 20 years ago. There we go. Oh, I don't have the one for this diesel. Gotta go see somebody for that. Shoot. Gotta go see somebody for a bushing. Diesel uses a bigger starter. Alright, don't go away. Put this thing back together tomorrow. Well, I've gotten ahead of myself. Somebody didn't assemble this properly, but it wouldn't have made much of a difference. There's a snap ring on the armature shaft, and this clip goes underneath it. And you take a pair of pliers, which I've got here somewhere, over here, and you lift this up, and you snap that in, like that.
Going too far and trying to explain everything in terms of our selfish genes. We don't need to be controlled by our genes in that way.
Then, this little disc should hold that on with a bit of grease when you drop it into the starter nose, which is where to put the nose. Oh yeah, here's the nose. When you flip that in, put a bit of grease on this, but I've got to get a new bushing, which by the time you see this video, I'll have. I'm going to dismantle the solenoid now. Accurate. see what's inside.
Generation after generation.
I got the little screws out. I got the nut off the one with the hole in it. Pull this nut off. Placed it on my radio work table. And there's the inside of the solenoid. And there's the disc that burns up when it cranks slowly. Oh, look at that. All nice and clear. But I won't focus. And there's the bolt. It's a modified one. Never seen that one before. It's got a little piece of steel in it to extend the contact surface. Oh, Planet of the Apes. PRI. Time to change the station. Huh, never seen that before. Extra heavy-duty solenoid with an extra contact area. Still, it melted because the starter was cranking slowly. So that disc is toast. It comes out like this. Melted. Christmas music. Let's see. Compressor. I think I have some solenoids buried in here. Yep. Running out of work surfaces. Pickup tailgate is full. There's one that I melted a while ago.
This is listener supported Vermont
Yep.
Radio.
Toasted.
With additional funding this afternoon from Velco, Vermont Electric Power.
Anyhow,
Celebrating over 50 years.
this is hardly the way to rebuild your starter. This is sort of just, let's see what I'm doing today. Alright. Pushing. Then we'll put it back again.
For the others to teach to us and to the country when the public option has this much support, that it's not going to be at David Rama and
Part.
the Capitol.
There's that bolt.
Who will be tried in New York for their alleged roles in the September
That
11th
contacts the
says all five
disc,
intend to plead not guilty
which I just
express their viewpoints.
polished up on the grinder. Got the bit of corrosion from the contact heat.
Criticisms are leveled against the decision to try the September 11th suspects in the U.S. criminal court.
Yeah, look at that. Just like brand new. Well, fix her up. Still need the bushing. Parts piling up already. Oh boy, I got too much junk.